Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Elite Real Estate Podcast again on this fabulous Friday as we're jumping on KGCI Radio, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all the places. You can find the Elite Edge Network, the Elite Network on YouTube, the EliteEdgeNetwork.com. Everywhere you find podcasts, you can find us on KGCI Radio live every Friday morning. Now, if you're watching me live right now, probably kind of jealous because it's sunny out and it is going to be a beautiful day here in Michigan. So we had a lot of storms the last couple of days, but those are getting out of here, and we are going to be at the golf course today, guys. So super excited to be out here today. The 7th annual Realtor Appreciation weekend or golf outing put on by Hill Mortgage, and this year's benefiting Kids on the Go. So great charity, a great event. Jason Kaleta from Hill Mortgage puts on this fabulous event every year, and this is year 7, like I said. So great to be out here at the course, ready to enjoy the day a little bit, but wanted to bring it live. So we're going to have guests popping in and out throughout the day here live on the show. As people are rolling in, they're going to be able to walk right past me. The course is right behind you. You can't see the course on the video, but I can see the beautiful course. The sun is up. I have a big tree in front of me, which is actually helping me out right now, because the sun is bright and shining. So that's all good news, guys. The sun is bright and shining. The course is trying to dry out a little bit from the storms we've had the last 2 days, but super excited again to be out here today. Again, benefiting Kids on the Go. If you don't know what Kids on the Go is, take a look at it. Find it on the internet. It's kids with disabilities that they help get into sports and do a couple of other things, but that's what the charity is benefiting this year. And super happy to be out here in St. Clair Shores at the St. Clair Shores Golf Club. And again, beautiful, bright, sunny day this morning. So, as we're getting into it, and I did some work, and I've been really deep diving on this, on some AI and some Chat GPT stuff. So I'm becoming a very obsessed with it. And so this morning, funny enough, or yesterday, as I was thinking about the show and, going to have guests bopping in and out, and as we're having guests coming in and out, I've learned how to do some very cool commands for my ChatGPT. I mean, ChatGPT and I are becoming very close friends. I talked to somebody the other day. They said they were naming their ChatGPT, giving them a name. So kind of a cool idea, I guess. But you could do that. So, but I wanted to do some comparatives between the game of golf and the real estate market of today. So my command and the ChatGPT was, you're a very high level podcast producer for the Elite Real Estate Podcast. We are live from the 7th annual Realtors Appreciation Golf Outing this year, benefiting Kids on the Go. And I told it, give me 3 to 5 talking points comparing the current real estate market with the game of golf. So interesting enough, guys, it gave me 5 because it always does the extra. ChatGPT does the extra all the time. So cool thing enough. The number one thing it gave me, and I'm going to dive into each one of these because I think they're very interesting topics. And I'm going to dive into these, but the first one, every shot counts, just like every offer. So interesting enough, right? So in golf, every stroke adds up. In this market, every showing, every follow-up, and every offer must be intentional. A sloppy swing or a poorly written offer can cost you big. Precision matters in both games. Now let's dive into that one a little bit, right? Let's dive into that one a little bit. Precision matters in both games. Now, if you're not a golfer, that's okay. You're kind of getting the analogies anyway. You can kind of compare this to whatever it is, activity that you do. If it's fishing, if it's hunting, if it's chess, you can start to compare these things and say, all right, this is what it is, right? So the precision matters. And again, it goes again with putting in offers, right? And writing up listings and doing all the things that are important to do. But how do we then, what does that precision look like to you, right? Are you writing clean offers? Is your listing appointment, is your listing agreement written clean so that it just works, right? And there's no hidden trap doors. There's no things that are holding you back from doing the right thing when it comes to the precision of writing up these offers or writing up the listing correctly so that now you know that there's going to be the offers that are coming in are very clear, precise, and they know exactly what the listing looks like. So I just was on a listing appointment this week and got the listing. And again, this was it was interesting, right? Because I had talked about this on our morning call this weekend. If you guys that are on the morning call now, remember, I brought it up because it's basically 2 lots. We're going to do it as one because the owner who has passed away, I'm selling it for his kids, has he did some work on the property and really combined it without combining it. But anyway, but I really walked them through everything that possibly could happen. And one of the questions they brought up was, could we sell this as 2 properties? And I said, well, we could. We'd have to jump through a few hoops with the city. There'd be a couple different things we'd have to do. And then I had to get with the city and I had to find out the actual real answers to that and then provide them with that information. So again, it goes back to that precision of I don't want to fumble it at all. And I want it to be clearly written. I want it to be just nice and easy and be able to just be a good deal, right? So again, precision in golf, every shot counts. Same thing in our real estate market, right? Every shot counts. Every time you get to have an appointment, and again, whether that's on the buy side or on the list side, either one, appointments matter, right? And so those appointments have to be hit with precision, right? Are you prepared? Are you prepared to answer the hard questions? See, there's an old analogy that I always use with basketball too, right? Be prepared for the hard thing, right? Be prepared for the most difficult thing you're going to see. And if you don't see it, great. If you do, you're prepared for it. So always be prepared for the hardest thing you can possibly. Think about the toughest objection you would get at a listing appointment. What's the toughest thing you would get at a listing appointment? What's the hardest question a buyer may ask you when you're thinking about when they're thinking about going on the market, right? Is it they don't want to have their credit pulled? Is it they don't want to talk to a mortgage officer? If they don't want to do all those things, right? What does that look like? What does it sound like? What does it taste like? And what does it feel like, right? So when you're prepared for the hard things, and if they don't show up, great. If they do, you're prepared for it and you already know. So the precision matters. It matters in golf and it matters in our current real estate market. So you got to think about these things and think about how the precision matters of how do I put deals together, right? How do I structure listings? Am I doing the listings correctly? All the things. And, you guys have heard me talk about this before, my haunted house theory with clients. And I walk them through the whole entire process of what's going to happen when we list the house, right? So these clients that I had the other day that I got the listing, I literally walked them through everything that could happen from the time we go live, right? Even when we take pictures. So, it's not quite ready to hit the market yet. It's going to be soon. They're cleaning some things out. But I went and explained to them, look, on Tuesday, we're going to take pictures. On Wednesday, we're going to go coming soon. On Thursday, we're going to go live. On Saturday and or Sunday, depending on what they want to do, we're going to do open houses, right? And I was going to drive as many eyes to that house as I can see, right? So then and then I continue, right? So after the open house, we're going to see, hopefully we have some offers in, right? One of 3 things will happen when you go live. We're going to get a ton of showings and offers are going to start rolling in. That means we priced it correctly. The second thing that will happen is we're going to get a ton of showings. There's going to be a lot of activity, but no offers are going to show up. That means we're probably slightly overpriced. And then the third thing that could happen that we don't ever want to happen is we go live and nothing happens. No showings, no offers, nothing. And when that happens, we have to start talking about adjusting price right away. If we get no activity on it right away, we have to start talking about adjusting price right away. So we don't want to let it sit too long. Right. So I explained that to them. Then after that, okay, when we do start getting offers in, here's what's going to happen. I am going to give you guys an update once a week. And I'm going to tell you why that's important. I'm going to give you guys an update once a week. I'm going to call you every Friday and let you know what's going on with the house. Now, in between that, if we get an offer before a Friday, I will obviously call you and be in touch with you about an offer that comes in. And I say, don't worry about it. I will be in touch with you every Friday unless we get offers in. Now, the reason that's important for both of us is then it stops them from calling me so much. It takes the worry off of them. Now they're not as worried about what's happening with the house because I already forewarned and foreshadowed what's going to happen by me calling them at once a week. So by me calling them once a week, it settles them down a little bit and it helps me out because now I'm not answering the phone every day going, we don't have an offer yet. We don't have an offer yet. We don't have an offer yet. Right. As soon as we get one in, I'll call you. Right. So that's how that works. But then you have to follow up every Friday. Then once we do get offers in, we'll decide which one's the highest and best for you. And here's the other key I tell them. Just because it's the highest doesn't mean it's the best. Okay? So I always forewarn my clients when I'm listing. Just because it's the highest doesn't mean it's the best. And because what's attached to it, right? What does it look like? What comes in with it? What's going out with it? Is it, did they give us the highest offer but no concession? All right, right. So we have to look at this and balance it out. So the highest is not always the best. Okay, so that's the next thing. And then we go, all right. Once we accept the offer, we're gonna have typically 30 days before we get to a closing time. We're gonna have they'll do an inspection, right? Then we have appraisal, right? And I explain this whole thing to them. So again, with precision, I explain everything that's going to happen. Okay. So everything that's going to happen, I explain with precision so they know what it is. So I wish my golf game was this precise. Oh man. It's great. I love golf and it's great. And I wish my golf game was as precision as my listing appointments. So that's one thing that I have to continue to work on. If I worked on my golf game as much as I worked on my listing appointments and my scripts, I might be a better golfer. So, but that's it. So yeah, as people are rolling in today, you'll see me waving to people, and I'm right in the front here, so people will be coming in. So yeah, so that one, every shot counts, just like every offer, right? So, this was an interesting one that gave me today. So, course conditions equal market conditions. Now this one was very interesting. Course conditions equal market conditions. Just like golfers adapt to wind, rain, or course layout, today's buyers and agents need to adjust to higher interest rates, low inventory, and shifting pricing. You can't play the same strategy every time. Flexibility wins. Probably not a truer statement than what's going on in our market right now today. Because right now today, it's a funny market, right? It's great. We're still struggling inventory. It's up a little bit, right? It's up. I just did a market update the other day. Macomb County here in Michigan, it's up 3 to 5%, from a year ago. Oakland County's up, I think, 3%, inventory wise. So inventory is rising, which is good. It's still low, but it's rising, which is good. We're seeing in some pockets houses are sitting on the market a little bit longer. That's okay, right? Like, it's okay, because now if you think about the flip side, on the list side, you're probably thinking, no, you're crazy. I wouldn't want my house to list. You're right. But think about it on the buy side. Now I'm not writing offers before I even see the house. I mean, a couple years ago, guys, remember we were writing offers on the way to the showing, just to make sure we got them out there. So that is part of it. And so the market is shifting and flexible, right? And it is, and rates are up. And I just think people have adjusted the rates. I don't think they're scared of the rates any lower. I think that, you'll still hear people complain about rates. But typically those aren't first-time home buyers. I don't hear first-time home buyers really complaining about rates. The only thing they say is, I wish I had the rate my parents had. And I want to tell them, you know what your parents' rate was in the 90s? It was higher than you're paying now. So those all things are real clear things, right? So, but again, having flexibility in this market is very interesting. And that's, again, what you're telling your listings now are, yes, we're marketing them the same. They're getting out to this many people. We're putting them on 300 websites. We're doing all the things. But what else, what else is happening? And again, you need to know your market conditions and where you're at. You need to know your market conditions and where you're at, what you're doing, what's happening in your market, and go from there. So all that being said, because again, flexibility in the market, and that's what this said. It's course conditions equals market conditions. So golfers adapt to wind, rain, or course layout, right? So it's a little bit different. Like I said, today it's very wet out here. We've had rain, pretty heavy rain here the last 2 days. And so that being said, that rain the last 2 days has made this course very, very wet. And I see the guys that are the maintenance crew on the golf courses they're very nervous about this many people being out here this morning. And I can understand why. Because this ruins the grass, and it's they take very good care of this course, and you're putting this many people out here in carts and everything else, and and it's it's going to be tough on it. But I say all that because they're going to be flexible too, right? They're going to adjust. The course has had to adjust. Now the golfers have to adjust because everything's going to be more wet, right? Your ball is going to stick and heavier grass. Everything's going to be wet today, so that's okay. It'll dry out throughout the day, and then you're going to have to adjust in the afternoon. Sun's out, it's going to start to dry everything out. So it's going to be much different. It's going to be much different today throughout the day. It's going to be different from this morning, to this afternoon. And as these market conditions shift, it's going to be a different shift for us, right? And again, it changes daily. And again, it changes whatever neighborhood you're in, whatever market you're in, what price point you're at, right? We're still seeing multiple offers on plenty of deals. And multiple offers coming in right over the weekend. Things are still selling in 10, 15 minutes. And it's those things are all real things still. They're not thing. But yet we're still seeing inventory raise, and we're still seeing homes sit on the market longer. So again, it's pockets, it's areas, it's where you're at. It's pricing always counts. So pricing always counts. That includes in your market conditions and everything else. So those things are all still there, and are real tangible things. So then number 3, right? So that was course conditions equal market conditions. Now I'm going to get into this one. It's a mental game. Guys, it is a mental game. So let's think about this. Golf, I say this about golf all the time. And for those of you that aren't golfers, let's just realize it's a small ball. It just sits on the ground. That's it. It's just sitting there. And you get this club to go up and hit it with. So you would think that it would be easy just to hit it straight every time, right? You think you just walk up and hit it straight every time. In your eye, think about it. Think how easy it looks. If you watch the guys on TV, think how easy it looks. And then you go up there and try it, and you're like, why is this so difficult? And you compare it to other sports, baseball, like things are getting thrown at you and you're still hitting it, a round ball, round bat, and you still hit it, right? Golf, it's all mental. It's all mental. That's the crazy part. And what happens in real estate is the same thing. It's all mental, right? Because here's their definition. So it's a mental game. Golf is as much about mindset as it is mechanics. So is real estate. Agents and buyers who stay composed under pressure and stay focused on long-term success tend to win, even when the market throws them a few sand traps. Oh, this is great. So I'm going to read that again. Golf is as much about mindset as it is mechanics. So is real estate. Agents and buyers who stay composed under pressure and stay focused on long-term success tend to win, even when the market throws them a few sand traps. So again, our mental clarity, guys, and staying focused on the task at hand. And, we hear, oh, the market's bad, this, that, and the other. We're hearing all the bad things. And that messes with our mental. And when we start messing with our mental, that's when things go a little sideways, right? And when things start to go a little sideways, we start to doubt ourselves. I've had meetings with agents the past couple of weeks, and we talked about, the mental aspect of everything. Yep. You want to do 2 minutes? Yeah, 2 minutes, and then just come sit down. That was Kristy. We're going to get Kids on the Go. Kristy from Kids on the Go is going to come and join us in 2 minutes. I'm excited. Oh, man, this is going to be great. She's going to be excited too. So here's the thing. So that mental part, that mental aspect of the game of golf, it looks easy. What do we hear from our agents, our clients all the time? Clients tell us all the time, like, we get paid too much, right? Like that. That's one of the things we hear all the time. You guys get paid too much for doing what you do. They don't know what we do, right? It looks easy. And if those agents out there that make it look real easy, oh man, that makes it even harder on them, because now people think they're really overpaid because they're not stressed, they're not struggling, things are just happening. They're selling a bunch of houses, and people are happy, and their clients are happy, and you look at from the outside in, and you're like, well, man, what that person does is easy. And you're thinking, and what we know, because we look at the bottle from the inside out, they're looking at it from the outside in. and their clients think it's easy. It's just like us watching the pro golfers on the PGA Tour, right? Like, oh man, that looks easy. I'm gonna go out and do that. And then you go out and try it. You're like, wow, this hurts. This is hard, right? And it's very similar to what golf, and think about a FISBO, right? We're saving the FISBO. We're saving the FISBO on a bunch of strokes of golf, because that's where their struggle is going to be, in what they're going to find out what they don't know and what they don't understand. Yeah, what they don't understand, and go from there. So that is the biggest mental aspect of all these things. And so now I'm getting joined by, is it Schena? Kristy Schena from Kids on the Go. And slide in a little bit because the camera's right here. So we're live right now too. Grab that mic and that headset, and then we'll be good. I was excited that you were going to be on today. Jason told me you were coming in. And is that too loud for you? You're good. Okay. There. Jason told me you were going to be here, and I was excited to get you on today because I wanted to talk to you before about this.
Perfect.
Yeah, and get you on. So, and then thank God we had a good day today.
It's amazing. After the last 2 days of rain and what's ahead the next 3 days. Yes, this is a blessing.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, that you're watching now or listening later, next Monday it's supposed to be 98.
Tomorrow it's going to be like 95.
Oh man, in like this humidity and everything else, like
this is perfect.
Yeah, it's a perfect day, and what a great charity. So, Kids on the Go. Talk to me about Kids on the Go.
Sure. We're actually just about to kick off our 27th summer.
Wow.
So Kids on the Go provides free therapy for children with special needs ages 3 to 17. So I'm a speech language pathologist and founded the program back in 1999 when I was getting phone calls at a local hospital for families that were looking for summer therapy, and was surprised to find out many insurance companies do not provide those benefits. They feel the schools provide those services during the year, and then also being naive. So I went to our billing office and said, well, what does it cost for a child to come to therapy out of pocket? And at that time, a long time ago, almost 30 years ago, it was $45 for 15 minutes. So if you have a child with Down syndrome or autism, you need more than 15 minutes of therapy a week.
Yeah.
Usually more than one therapy as well. So that's kind of where the idea came from. And first we thought we'd have a tuition-based program, and our family said, I'm sorry, we still have so many other medical expenses, we can't afford that. And then we approached the community and said, would you sponsor a child? And that's really how we got started, in the basement of Bi-County Hospital in Warren, which is now a Meyer, with 13 children. And today we provide almost 500 scholarships per year. We have over 50 programs. And we're in 3 counties. And in addition, we have a chapter up in Traverse City now as well.
Wow, that is absolutely incredible. And a labor of love.
It is. It truly is a labor of love for be doing it 27 years. Well, I kind of have a unique story of also adding on to this labor of love. 9 years into running the program, my husband said at the time we had an almost 3-year-old and almost 1-year-old twins. And he says, I was still working as a speech pathologist, and this is getting to be a lot. I said, give me 1 more year. This was my baby before any of you. And within about 3 months of that conversation, one of my twins was diagnosed with hypotonia, low muscle tone from head to toe. So we soon began our journey as a parent or parents of a child with special needs whose insurance did not cover it. He required at the time braces on his feet and legs for stability to learn to walk. And that was not covered. It was about $1,000 every time he grew, which at that age can be every 6 months. So we began that same walk as the parents that I had been working with and serving. So I now truly understand a lot of what those families have gone through. And later on years in life, my oldest was diagnosed with a rare form of epilepsy. And it was our own families that really provided me resources and carried me through some of those darkest and most difficult moments. So the program really has truly come to bless me. We've had some challenges this last year. We're currently in 2018, we moved into the Perry Elementary School that had closed for about 10 years. It's a nonprofit center. And it really was a dream come true. We were there with 6 nonprofits. And they determined just a couple of years ago that the roof needed a total repair. The estimate they were given was too costly to take out of taxpayer dollars when you don't have students in that building. So this building was being sold, not sold. United Way said they wanted to take over. Then they backed out after 5 months. So now we're looking at new ways to keep this building going and keep it alive so that we continue to have a home there. So I think praying that we will be there for at least a couple more years with some recent emergency repairs to the roof. And And it's hard because there's times you want to say, okay, how am I going to do this anymore? You know, a commercial property is so expensive, as we know.
Right.
And when you're a nonprofit, you really want to put the money back into the programs for the children. And if I had one more parent say to me, Kristy, you're doing God's work, I'm like, all right, God, then you need to give me a building. So we're working on that, but I feel pretty good about that. We'll still be at Perry for probably at least next year or two.
It's absolutely incredible, and what a great story. And you know, you're funny. It's funny when you say, you know, God doesn't give you more than you can handle, and it's like, how much more?
How much more can I handle? I've had those conversations a lot in the last, 14 months. I know he's got a great sense of humor, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He does.
It's on his time.
But like today, like this is a blessing so much. This Jason, through the years, and the Board of Real Estate, Grosse Pointe Board of Real Estate, and the local real estate agents have come together Christmas time and donated. And a lot of the people that have here today have made donations to Kids in the Go, and that's what keeps us going. That's what continues to give us hope and provide these programs and do new and unique things and expand our programming over the years. One of my favorites is we do golf, which ties in beautifully today. We have teamed up with First Tee Foundation out of Detroit, and we golf at Chandler Park. And the program has grown through the years that we ended up adding a program called our Veterans League, or 2 to 3 hole golf league. So the young campers that went through the golf academy now get to go out on the course in a golf cart with their caddy, which is one of our volunteers or therapy aides, and go play 2 to 3 holes and learn. And the great thing is now they can go out with their parents and play in the course. 2 years ago, we had 2 of our campers come play in our golf outing for the first time.
Oh, that is so cool.
One of my favorite stories is the very first year we had this. I had a young boy with autism, and a little concerned when you put a club in a child's hand, you don't know how it's going to be used, right? And this mom called me 2 years later and said, thank you for giving him an opportunity. We never would have known to try this sport. And he just won the junior championship at Country Club of Detroit.
Wow, that is crazy.
So again, it's giving these kids these opportunities that they often don't get to. Yeah. So not only do we do therapeutic programs, we do adaptive sports, which is a lot of them are sponsored by the Ralph Wilson Legacy Grant and Project Play. And our kids would often be the ones that would be on the bench or the team manager, but we give them the opportunity to play. We give them an opportunity to be part of a team, to feel success. Yeah. And also the statistics and research shows that children with disabilities have a higher obesity rate. They're not as active for many reasons. They don't have the same opportunities as our typical developing kids. So there is a lot of joy when you see our kids playing flag football or basketball or tennis. This year, we're doing pickleball for the first time, coming out to the golf program and just letting them be typical developing kids, like their peers or their siblings that they don't get the opportunity to do.
Yeah. I love it so much. And you're right. It's just opportunity to just do some new stuff.
Exactly.
And like you said, like a lot of times they don't have the opportunity to even do golf or tennis, or when you have to do pickleball now, it's like everyone's doing
pickleball. Right? Well, and I've been thinking about, because for our kids, it's a shorter court, right? It's smaller. And we team up with the Grosse Pointe Yacht Club. They donate courts and all of that. And last year, the pro that had been working with us had moved to Grand Rapids, and the head pro at the yacht club says, Kristy, I'm kind of limited in staff. And I said, well, what about Mike? He's the pickleball coach. He's like, that's a great idea. So it really just worked out. So we're going to give it a try this year, but I think we're going to be real successful on those courts too.
Yeah, I think you would. And I think you're right. It's, again, the jokes we can make about pickleball, right?
Yes. Everybody's doing it though.
Everybody's doing
it.
It's like the fastest
Even our
growing,
kids now.
Yeah, it's the fastest growing sport in the world. It's crazy that everybody is just like pickleball.
Yes. Hard to find a court, right?
I have only played, and I played very one time, and people still keep me on to go out, and I haven't. I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, we'll do the beginner league. I'm with you. Perfect. I've only played a few times. Let's go.
Let's do it. That's fine with me. So Kids on the Go. So we're hoping, right? And we're hoping, praying, and hopefully maybe somebody out here hears this today, or listening later on hears something today, and we figure some things out. But you think you're going to be okay there for a couple years?
I'm hoping so. I spoke at the board meeting last Wednesday. And we're looking if we can keep the building going, possibly if I can get this lease extended to have space for another nonprofit to move in. The price is right. It's very affordable. It's a great space because we have green space. Again, if I move into commercial property, we lose our gardens. Grosse Pointe Sunrise Rotary back in 19 dedicated a perennial garden and 8 trees we have on the property. So it really gives a nice area of respite into our facility as well. So that's what we're hoping. So I'm hoping by next week to get some good news.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll spread the word out here through the podcast and through the live stream. And everybody that's listening. So all these names over here are listening live on the phone.
Awesome. Thanks,
and then
everybody.
there's people listening over here on the live stream too. So and then you said you opened in Traverse City too.
Yeah, back in 2020 of all things, we had planned in 2019. One of my former physical therapists from down here is in Traverse City, and he reached out to me. And one of my favorite managers of all time, Kathy Larea, was down here at St. John's when I was working there, and she is now in charge of the Munson Oncology Hospital up there. They said, "Come on, bring kids in the go." I'm like, "Oh no, I'll give you all the rules and how you do your own." No, we want kids in the go. All right. So then, of course, 2020 hit. So the very first year was virtual.
God's funny again, right?
He's really funny. And we all survived, actually, Kids in the Go. I'm really proud of how we came through that year. And then they've been in person. They do a multidisciplinary camp. But they've pivoted a little bit. Our new director is from Grosse Pointe here, Shannon Carr. And she is teamed up with so many of the resources there, the Philharmonic. They're doing a music program. They're doing a sensory exploration program, and they do hiking. They have the resources up there. So this is our fourth year of a hiking program. It's led by a physical therapist. And so it's a sensory hike. It's what it's called. So they really have some unique programs up there. And again, everything at Kids on the Go is free. So their resources up there, their Eagles Children's Charity supports them up there as well. So it's great. They're limited on what they have for children with special needs too. So
yeah, they could probably get a lot of volunteers up there. They just offer them wine, right?
Right. That's after work, though.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
after work.
Yeah, you do this for the day. We'll get you wine at night. Everything will be good. I know.
We'll provide the ice cream during the day at famous
I know some physical therapists. Yeah, we'll drink wine. Yeah,
yes.
We'll drink wine.
yes, exactly.
Oh, that's so good. But what you're doing, it is a blessing, and it is a labor of love, and it is like you said. Now it hits home, right?
It really does.
Yeah,
it really does, and that's when we faced these obstacles again, like 2020, I thought was tough. This whole building thing's been tougher. It's, if it wasn't a labor of love, it would have been really easy to say, okay, it's time to close the doors. But I just can't do that, seeing the families we serve and the difference we've been able to make. But again, everything is free because of resources like today, our local partners, donors and sponsors. Yeah. So we're very grateful.
Yeah, it's incredible. And again, it's so important, and for all of us that are like hack golfers that are trying to get out here today, what can we do to give back to Kids on the Go? Right?
Well, obviously donations,
today,
right? I mean, and and we'll have a couple of people out at one of the holes today, and please attend our events. We've got a fun trivia night coming up November 7th at Lockmore Club. It's bar bingo, bubbles and bourbon. So fun for everyone.
You had me at bourbon.
Yes, exactly. And then, we have a golf outing every year as well in May. And Jason's attended every year, and he's on our committee for that. Also, if you want to come by, you're interested in volunteering, reach out or come see our programs in action. I think that makes a big difference. We are doing a donor and sponsor open house on August 4th and 6th at the Perry Nonprofit Center from 9 to 1. So you can come in and see some of our programs in action and visit our Teens to Work store. See things that they've had the opportunity to learn for pre-employment. So
it's so good. And it's so good. And again, the funny thing is, like, when you see their faces, right? Like after they accomplish something, like that is just the joy, right? Of that.
Exactly. And one thing we forget is this is not just for children with Down syndrome or autism or cerebral palsy. It's also for some of our young campers who have developmental delays, and some of those success stories. So again, this is 27 years. We have a young woman by the name of Kendall who went through the program when she was little, and she is now a registered nurse with Henry Ford Hospital. And one of my favorite stories is I'm a Spartan and I serve on a board there. And a couple falls ago when I was up there, I had coffee with a young man by the name of CJ, and he was in his last year of law school at Michigan State, and he was a success story. Yeah. So incredible. Those are the good stories.
Yeah, those are those are fans. Those are unbelievable stories, right? For the most part. And as far like donations go, is it like equipment donations and things like that? Like,
everything, supplies, program supplies, equipment, we like our cheerleaders will get a special t-shirt this year and things go like that. Or if someone wanted to sponsor one of our sports teams, they can reach out to me and we can make arrangements.
Okay.
So yeah, we obviously have our staff, our physical, occupational, speech therapists, recreational therapists. Our summer team is about 60 people.
Wow, it's incredible, and what a joy to be able to do this, right? And for you struggling through all the things you've done, right? Like you said, 2020 was hard. Now there's building issues hard, like all these things. Like I obviously doing it for the kids is keeping you going.
Yes.
But what else?
Keeps me
What
going.
else is keeping you going?
Hope. The word hope. This year has been the word of year. My word has been hope. Like, I feel like if we can keep this nonprofits that, should have its own little name of the Center of Hope,
Right.
For all those that serve, we also in the buildings, Big Family of Michigan, and they serve children who are in foster care and grandparents raising grandchildren. And Gilda's Club is unfortunately will be moving out. But really, I think this building gives hope to the community. So it's kind of my message is yours, not only joy, which keeps me going, but the word hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you are absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
Absolutely
Thank you.
incredible.
Thanks for having me on today.
Yeah,
Appreciate
for sure. And guys, find Kids on the Go. I'll drop all this in the show notes and all that. But we'll get it out. But and I have 2 boys, and I'm blessed that they're both healthy, right? And but it's like, how do I teach them to give back?
How old are they?
Right, 21 and 14.
Oh, send them to me. Send them to me. Those are the ages. The 14 junior high kids we use as buddies for programs. So we have a baseball program and they go football program.
Yeah.
Yeah. So send them to me.
I'll send them to you. He can work this summer.
Yeah, absolutely. We like it.
Yeah.
And they learn a ton.
Oh yeah. And I've always been a big believer in to help the people that can't help you, right? Like what can I just do to and not accept
and this is easy.
Yeah.
It's the gift of time, right?
And if I tell him they can go golf, he'll be in.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Come ride on a golf cart with be a caddy for one of our kids.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it'll be easy. It'll be easy. So guys, find Kids on the Go. Reach out with your donations or equipment or whatever, but find Kids on the Go. And again, now you're in Traverse City. We're gonna hope and pray. Everybody on there that's listening right now is gonna hope and pray that this building holds up. One, and that where we come through with the donations and everything keeps building for you.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining me.
Nice
I appreciate you too. And then we'll get you back. We're gonna get you back on.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, we'll get you back on and we'll have you on.
We'll do a follow-up and tell you the good news.
That's right.
All
That's right. You tell me the good news and we'll get it out
the
here.
Good news live. All right. I love it. I love it.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. Find Kids on the Go. Where's social media and everything?
We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and then our website's kidsonthegocamp.com, which we're launching the new website the week of August 4th. So we're excited about that too. So stay tuned.
Kidsonthegocamp.com.
You got it.
Okay. Yep. Kidsonthegocamp.com. Find it there, guys. Reach out to them. Let's help them out. Let's give a helping hand from the Elite Real Estate Podcast, and we'll get those voices out there for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Oh man. Wow. You ready to jump on? We're live, buddy. We are streaming live right now. I'm calling you out on the carpet right now. Jason's going to give me 5 minutes because he's trying to put this whole thing together.
Put these on.
Those are yours. That's your mic. Yeah, look, we're camera's right here. We are live streaming right now, buddy.
All right. Good morning. Good morning.
Man.
Good morning.
Good morning. Man, the Kids on the Go story, man, it's just what a and I knew about it, right? You and I have talked about it, but getting that story, dude.
Yeah, we got introduced.
Not a dry eye over here.
Yeah, Kristy, a few years ago, and because I didn't really understand what the camp was about, and to be honest with you, autism either. Just so the way she explained it to me and how I explained to everybody is the structure or the schedule that that the kids get for that summer camp is really huge, really fun. So yeah,
and
glad we're part of it.
Yeah, and then it's like, then I'm thinking how easy we have it for the most part, and then these guys are out here having a good time just playing 2 holes.
Yeah.
Right. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Right. Yeah, their golf outing, I don't know if she said it earlier, their golf outing was a month ago, and they do a really, really nice golf outing. We play in it. We participate in it every year. So
you do a really good job. You're on the board for that.
For the golf committee. Yeah, right. Yeah, not that right. Right.
Yeah. So how is the last couple of days for you? I saw you out here trying to vacuum the greens off, and then it was a bad 80s cop show.
When what do they say? Make lemonade on lemons. Yeah, we came out here just to kind of schedule, and actually Mike and I were going to shoot 9 holes, and started to rain. Whatever. Yeah, if you haven't seen the video, look it up. It's funny. We did a good job.
You did a good job. Good job. Mike Bayshore from State Farm, and again, this is 7 years now.
7. Yeah. Kevin Stripling is here somewhere. Mine and his kind of brainchild, and the idea was this is the support that we get from you guys all year. So let's turn it back and give it back in any way we can. And all the sponsors come in, and it's a great day for you guys. So we can get you out there and have fun.
Yeah, I love it. And I'm actually golfing this year.
Yeah.
This is the first year in like 3 years I've golfed actually. And
we should put a GoPro.
There might be something to that. I might have some stuff in my bag back here that I can take with me. I swear one on my head, right? Wherever I go. Yeah. So what's going on, man? What's happening with the market right now? What's the good deal?
So it seemed for us anyways, it's picked up the past couple of weeks. It's always, right when it's summertime, for me anyways, school, let's get the kids out of school and then figure out maybe we're going to make a move. And then as you know, then it's a rush. Well, I got to get them we want to put them in a different district. Let's go. So I think last week of the past 3-4 days for me personally anyways, it's picked up a little bit. The phone's been ringing a little more anyways. So, out there, as you know, man, home prices are still rising. They're still moving along.
I know a couple of my guys reached out to you this week.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, actually, yeah. Well, Eric, he'll be here today too.
Yep, he'll be here today too. And and it's all that. But man, Hill Mortgage. I got my swag on.
Oh, dude. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Nice.
I got my Hill Mortgage swag on.
Thank
today.
you, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, what a great event, man. And again, now it's benefiting the charity
for sure. For sure.
And you'll get how many people are you expecting today?
So we've already raised before anybody steps on the golf course today. We've already raised $1,000. Okay. So we have $1,000 to give Kristy, and then throughout the day, the 50-50s, all that. So we have 120 people signed up. We capped it at 120, and we have 120.
Nice.
Signed up. This always a couple last minute cancellations. So if you're in the area, if you're within St. Clair Shores and you're a real estate agent, you could be here in 45 minutes. Come golf.
45 minutes right from right now. Got it. Man. Yeah. And somebody asked me, what time are you teeing off? I said, well, it depends.
Right.
And I said, with this weather we've had the last couple of days, the Shores is going to want us to push this tee off as far off as we can.
No, I just talked to him and he said, I think we're going to be on time. Because I think it's supposed to come a little bit later, about 3:30, and they have leagues and stuff. So he wants us to get it out, get us off here as quick as possible.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, get us in and out of here. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So we got the teams rolling.
Okay.
The teams are rolling in. Teams rolling in now. We got starting to fill in. We got a few new golfers here. I had somebody call me yesterday, so they want to come golf and asked if they rent golf clubs here. I said, no, it's her first outing. So, which is fun. So we have some golfers that have been golfing forever. Hold on, I'm taking a picture. Good. Thanks, man. So it's a good day. First time golfers. Yeah. Got sponsored. No, there's one of your partners.
Yeah.
There's Justin.
Good. Yeah. As everybody's rolling in today. And then I loaded my team this year.
We'll see. There's a couple of good teams. Chip's teams is good. There's another good team, Callahan team, Bernie team's good team. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, you only win a free foursome, so it's not like
I know, right?
There's no Cadillac.
It's just bragging, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, maybe that's more. That's good. Yeah.
So
awesome.
Yeah, it's not a surprise that you had late cancellations. This is a real estate event.
Yeah, it's actually two of them were Stripling home inspection professionals. His two guys took the day off, and with all the rain, he was like, they got to go. They got a couple things they got to do.
Yeah.
So
that's a real thing. Yeah. That is a real thing in our industry, guys. We do actually work.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
I know golf courses look great, but somebody said to me, I was golfing one time. They said, never trust the realtor that can't golf. And I'm like, no, trust the one that can't golf because he's actually working. He's not golfing every day.
Exactly. Good.
Oh man, so 120 people, dude.
120 people, yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, we're just filing in, and it's good, and it's a lot of what I like about it. We talked about this, but our lunch and learns also is I love that it's because it used to be I'm a real estate agent. Why would I go to another real estate agent event when there's 100? You don't know, right? I always say you got a client that's looking for a 3-bedroom. I got one coming up. Oh my, I can't tell you how many deals over the years that I've seen agents be able to hook up like that. Oh, give me another week. I got what do you guys call them? Pocket listing or whatever coming up. So whatever. It's just
Well, that and then again, we do deals together, but I need to do a deal with that agent,
right?
You know what I mean? Like I got to sit across from him at some point or her at some point and put a deal together, and we got to make sure we can get through this.
Yeah, and sometimes it's. Oh, John Smith. Oh, that was the 123 Main Street. You and I closed that one, last year, whatever the case. Yeah, it's super cool when things like that happen.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. And again, it again, we're in a relationship business, guys. If
Right.
you aren't paying attention,
Right. Anything you can to get in front, for sure. Anybody in the business. That's what I always tell. And that's why we do the sponsors, home inspectors, title companies, insurance companies. Everybody needs you guys, but also everybody. It's just in the realm, in the business. Know as many people as you can in the business that you guys do. It can't hurt.
Yeah.
You don't know how, if an insurance agent has somebody that they gotta buy a house.
And then remember, we were at a mastermind event, and we were sitting down talking afterwards, and the waitress was like, "Oh, you guys are in real estate?" And literally like, "Yep." I said, "Start with Jason."
Yep.
And then talk to me.
Yep.
And then talk to Mike.
Yep.
Because Mike Bayshore was there with insurance. I said so, and then Bayshore kept trying to get in front of me. I'm like, "Stop answering the real estate questions."
Yeah. You just bought a house. He's like, "Oh, you got to do this." I said, "Mike, you mind if can I step in here, bud? You mind if I take this one?"
Yeah.
I've around here somewhere.
I've written a couple of these mortgages before.
I've done this before.
Yeah.
I've explained the down payment.
Yeah.
Right. I've explained the down payment before.
I don't try to take about insurance questions. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh man.
All right, but I'm gonna
you gotta get
calling in. Want me to send somebody over?
Whoever wants to come over.
Where's Bayshore? Bayshore be a good one.
Yeah, where's Bayshore at?
Remember my partner Dane, Zeppelin Cleaning?
Yeah. Dane.
All right, bring him over.
Yeah,
guys, have a great day.
All right, Jason. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Hill Mortgage, guys. Jason Kaleta. Find him on social medias everywhere you got to go. Dane, what's up, my man? How are you, buddy?
Hey, man. Good to see you.
Good. We're live. We're live streaming right now.
All right.
So you're walking into a live broadcast,
Do I
my
put
friend.
these on here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
My first time doing it.
There you go. That's you. Yep, that's your mic. You're live. Camera's right there, man. People are watching. We got people on live stream. We got people on the phone line. We're live on KGCI radio right now.
I love it.
And
awesome.
And we are good. So Dane, where are you from?
I am from the area, St. Clair Shores, Grosse Pointe, and have been my whole life.
Yeah. And Zeppelin Cleaning.
Zeppelin Cleaning. Yeah. So Zeppelin is a company that I run with my partner, Chris Cooper. We've been in business since 2007. We've got about 150 employees. We do commercial cleaning, dryer vent cleaning, air duct cleaning, carpet cleaning, and 24/7 water damage work.
How's that been the last couple of days?
It's been very busy. Yeah. No sleep for me.
I was gonna say,
right.
probably very little sleep the last 2 days.
We'll sleep when we're dead, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you say this very modestly about Zeppelin Cleaning, but I keep seeing more and more Zeppelin trucks.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we are we're growing slowly but steadily, and it's good. It's very. Oh, there you go. Sorry, I'm stealing Kristy's purse there.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
We just keep doing what we say we're going to do, and we try to operate with a high level of integrity. We try to treat people really well, and just doing it over and over and over. And there's really no secret sauce. That's
funny how that works, isn't it?
It's
just do what you say you're going to do.
Just be a good person.
Yeah. It's wow, mind blowing stuff.
We screw things up sometimes, right? I just told somebody we destroyed something happened, and a leak happened in a hose, and we destroyed a $1,500 wool rug. This doesn't happen normally over thousands of appointments, but we show up the next day with a check in hand, and they get a brand new rug, and you just try to do things the right way.
It happens.
Yep.
It happens, and it's why we're insured, right? All the things. But Zeppelin Cleaning, how did you guys start this? Like, where did this idea come from, and how did you get it to where it is?
So we should be talking to Chris, because he's much more exciting, and he looks like a rock star. He's Zeppelin. So Chris started Zeppelin in 2007. He worked at auto dealerships, and he wanted to supplement his income, especially during the hard recession times. So Chris actually took it from 2007 to 17. He was a tenant at a very small office building. He rented a desk. He had about 3 or 4 employees, and him and I kept talking. We got together, formed a partnership, and took it from there. And it was initially commercial cleaning, and then we slowly added carpet cleaning, duct cleaning, and the remainder of the services. And here we are today. We do a lot of schools. We do a lot of churches, a lot of work in Grosse Pointe, St. Clair Shores, and then a lot of work in the Royal Oak, Birmingham corridor.
Yeah. What's your biggest account?
What's our biggest account? Probably some of the Catholic schools around here. For some reason, we've got a nice niche. They really like us and treat us well. So
it's again, it goes back to when you just do the right thing, and it's just how it works out.
That's how it works. Yeah. So it's been a fun ride. We've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and you guys just opened a new location too, right?
Yep.
Or you moved locations? Or
So we have a location at 8 Mile and Harper, and that's kind of our main HQ. You see a lot of vehicles, a lot of trucks there. And then we have a location in the Rail District in Birmingham. So you've been to Beyond Juice in Birmingham, we're kind of right behind them on Cole Street, and that allows us to help service that area over there.
Okay.
So yeah, great.
The east side, west side.
East side, west side. Yeah. Slowly but surely, but it's it's been a fun ride. We're really lucky. We've got the people complain about staffing and people. We have the best people in the entire world. I'm just kind of here to move things around occasionally. I wouldn't be anywhere without them.
Well, that, you know what they say, it's that, they go, and I'm a big firm believer in this, like your vibe attracts your tribe, right? And so when you are that person that does the right thing, that's doing the right things, that's putting yourself out there, like that's the people you attract as well.
Thank you. Yeah,
right?
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Then you have to worry about when you start. Some people trickle in. You're like, wait a minute, that me? All right, right? So what's next? What's the growth pattern look like for Zeppelin?
So what's the growth pattern? We are doing a lot of services that people don't even know about right now. So we need to get the word out on what we're doing. We even do a little bit of mold testing. Like I said, we do the 24/7 water damage and sewer backup work. We do duct cleaning, carpet cleaning. So we really just need to. Some people know us as their commercial cleaning company. Some people know us as their air duct cleaning company. We need to make sure that everybody knows us for all the things, right? So let's just tap into the people that already like us and trust us, and keep that circle small, but just make sure that they come to us every time they need something.
Yeah,
so that's
sure.
the goal.
Zeppelin Cleaning, guys. Where do they find Zeppelin?
Zeppelin Cleaning, www.zeppservices.com. If you Google Zeppelin Cleaning Services, it better come up. We're really proud of our Google reviews. We've got almost 1,700 plus 5-star Google reviews between our 2 profiles. So we're really proud of that. Work really hard at it.
That's incredible, man.
Yeah.
Incredible. And again, so real estate agents, right? We need
real estate agents are our favorite. You guys are the best in the world because, as you guys know better than I do, you guys are an authority and your clients trust you. And I'm sure you constantly get asked for roofing referrals and this referral and that referral and whatnot. So keep us in mind when your clients ask. And then when you're getting a listing ready, there's a lot of data that shows when you clean it properly, clean the carpets, get it looking good, that you'll maybe attract a higher sales price.
Yeah, for sure. Right. And again, one of my biggest things to clients is, like, make it look like a hotel room, right?
Yeah.
Because we stay in hotel rooms all the time. There was somebody different in there last night, and we don't care.
Yeah.
Right. And so when you list your house, I tell them the same thing. Like, that's really what I want it to look like, because you want someone to feel like they could live there.
I like that.
Not just like, I don't need your slippers out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't want to see your knickknacks.
Yeah.
No wonder
I
we're
don't
lying around.
Yeah, I don't need all that. I want to look at it and kind of see like what it could look like if it was mine and not yours.
I love that. So who's on the rest of the slate? Any guests coming up next?
Oh man, we go till 8:30, so I got 8 minutes left.
Okay.
I got 8 minutes left, and we'll see who rolls in. But as all these golfers are rolling in, I know they're going to want us getting out of here on tee times on time too.
So let me ask you a question. How long have you been doing the podcast and the radio, and what's your favorite thing about it?
Oh man, that's great. I hardly ever get these back. But so the KGCI radio was a newer thing. So KGCI radio is owned by EXP, which is my brokerage. And Glenn Sanford, who's our CEO, or he's not our CEO anymore. He's our owner. And so it was a kind of like his brainchild to, how do we get more information out to clients or agents, right? How do we help our agents learn more? And so this radio idea came about. So anybody can download KGCI Radio. It's an app, and listen to us. And I'm live every Friday morning. And so that came about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago with that. But the podcast I've been doing for about 4 years now.
Great.
And it's changed. I had to rebrand and do some different things because you know how it is. Things happen, right?
Things happen.
But the Elite Real Estate Podcast, it's just me. So I put all this together and do the whole thing and run it. And
good for you.
Do it. And but no, I love it, man. I love it because it's a way to give back, right? It's a way to give back to you.
Yeah.
Advertising. Now you're in front of however many agents are listening now or later.
Can't thank you enough.
Right.
Yeah.
But to give back to our agents, right? Because I also want them to see like what the struggle is like as an entrepreneur, right? How do you get your mind right every day, right? You're building a business. It's not easy.
I think that's a great thing to focus on. I think people have seen growth of our company, and they see trucks and they see all the employees that we have, and I say these are just vanity numbers. It doesn't mean anything, and that there's been a lot that's gone into it, and a lot of money that goes into it, and sleepless nights, and you don't feel like you're going to do it. We call it the hockey stick, and just you kind of flat, and then you just keep putting it in, and then eventually we hope it turns up, and it has turned up a little bit, so we're finally crossed over. But it takes longer than you think, right? So I would tell everybody, just stick with it. It takes a lot longer than you think.
It does, and one of the funny things is there's a mental thing there. It's called the Valley of Despair, right? So you start out because you started out a business, and you're excited, right? You're excited because that business is up here, and you're pumped because now you get to start this thing. But what happens is we start to see that it actually has to work, right? And then it's hard, and then it's the sleepless nights, and then it's the van broke down, and then it's this thing broke, and then it's we ruined a rug, and then so you're going through all these so then you get down what we call the Valley of Despair. And the Valley of Despair is usually when people quit, right? But they're just on the other side of that hockey stick. It's just right there.
It's like that little meme where he's chopping for gold, and then he's about to get to the gold, and he stops right there. You just got to keep chopping.
Yep, just keep chopping, right? And that's the thing. It's chop wood, carry water. And you just, once you get to that hockey stick moment, and then everybody says, well, that was fast.
Yes. Yes, we hear that a lot. Yeah,
that was fast. You guys did that quick.
They don't see the 10 years before that went into the sleepless nights and the pain and the
Yep. And again, social media doesn't help with that. It makes it harder, right?
Yeah.
Because what you're seeing out there on social media wise, it happens with us in real estate a lot, right? Because we can say, oh, look at my house. It's not really my listing, but I could go out and tell you that make you think that it is, right?
Sure.
So we call it imposter syndrome. And there's a lot of just stuff that happens. With all that stuff. But yeah, it's funny how that hockey stick moment is just right there. And we either quit or we shift gears, do something different, and start something else new. Because then we want that dopamine hit of I feel good about myself again.
I've been there many times. I think I'm going to paraphrase. I don't remember what exactly this entrepreneur that I look up to, but he just says you just really have to embrace the boring. And when it's boring, you're doing it over and over consistently, you're probably on the right path. And then he also said, the thing that you want to do the least is probably the thing that you should do the most. And I try to constantly remind myself that.
Yeah, it's true. And I was just talking at an event last month, the Michigan Real Estate Mastermind event, and I said the exact same thing. Like, if it's boring, you're killing it.
Yeah.
Right? If it's boring, just make it real boring, make it real simple, and do the hard thing first, right? And get it out of the way, and then just make it real boring. Just rinse and repeat every day. Just rinse and repeat, and you'll just start to see your business start to grow. And that's hard too, because we want different.
We want instant gratification.
Always.
Yeah,
we always wanted instant gratification.
This is a really great show. Thanks for letting me come on.
Of course,
chat
man.
with you and everything.
Of course, I appreciate you coming on. And I'm gonna get wrapped up here in a minute. And thanks for jumping on. Zeppelin Cleaning, find Zeppelin Cleaning out there. They're gonna your listings, your buyers, give them out their number. So we're gonna sign off about a couple minutes early, but it's okay because I have to go golf.
Well, thank you. Thanks to Hill Mortgage. Who else we got? Home Inspection Professionals. All these amazing companies,
and it's all for Kids on the Go, man.
And all for Kids on the Go.
Yeah, the Kids on the Go charity. I mean, man, what an incredible.
Kristy Piana, who I was sitting on her purse, and she.
Here today. We appreciate you guys for joining me this morning and sticking with the Elite Real Estate Podcast, KGCI Radio, Twitter, Twitch, all the places we've been. Guys, we appreciate it. And join me next Friday as we go live again next Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Talk to you guys then. Dane, thank you, my man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jimmy.